Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 1271.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about what are the Magnificent Seven stocks, how did they get named that, and how are they performing this year. Well, these 7 large cap or mega cap stocks are the largest in the S&P 500, but they've also been performing spectacularly well, most of them this year. And a lot of that is due to their investment in artificial intelligence. Just by explaining their artificial intelligence strategy or talking about AI and how they're using it, it's been adding substantial market capitalization to these mega cap companies. And the mega cap companies are actually the ones who are able to use AI most efficiently and probably get the most use out of it, which will bring direct profitability to the bottom line, which will make them more profitable, which is why more people want to invest in them. Now, unfortunately, the way they got their name was from a famous television host, one that I don't follow, and one that I often say do the opposite of what he recommends. But he was the one to name these 7 stocks, the Magnificent Seven. So what are these stocks and how have they performed? Well, the Magnificent Seven are Amazon, Apple, Google, Meta, formerly Facebook, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Tesla. And they've been doing spectacularly well in November, as well as most of this year. Now, you know that the NASDAQ is up 31% already this year. So it's had amazing performance far and above the S&P 500, with the S&P being up about 15% this year, half of the NASDAQ. So these 7 stocks represent more than a quarter of the U.S. market. And because the stock market is market cap weighted, their performance carries a lot of weight. Now, 2 companies in particular are said to be at the forefront of the artificial intelligence boom. Can you guess which ones they are? It's Microsoft and Nvidia. Nvidia was given an extra $500 billion of market cap value because of its artificial intelligence strategy this year. And when we look at the performance of each one of the stocks this year, you can see there has been spectacular performance in just these 7 companies. For example, Apple is up 43.5% year to date, and over 9% in November. Google is up 50.3% year-to-date and 6.9% in November. Microsoft is up 54% year-to-date and up 9.3% in November. Amazon is up 70.9% year-to-date and up 7.9% in November. Tesla is up 74.3% year-to-date and up 6.9% in November. Meta, formerly Facebook, is up 173% year-to-date and 9.1% in November. And the big daddy of them all, Nvidia, up 230% year-to-date and 18.5% in November. So you can see that these mega cap stocks are really leading the market, and they're responsible for the vast majority of the performance in the S&P 500. Now, they also will be responsible on the way down for more weakness. And we saw that earlier this year when we had a bit of dip in the market. These actually came down faster too. Now, from time to time in history, we've seen a small group of stocks lead the market. In the year 2000, it was the 4 horsemen of the internet. We had 4 internet stocks that led the way. We've had the Nifty 50. We've had lots of different groups of stocks that run in packs. So this is not unusual, but what is a bit unusual, this time they are all artificial intelligence related. Obviously, we didn't have AI before, so this is the first time in history that companies are running together because of AI, which is not unlike the 4 horsemen of the internet stocks that ran together in 2000 because of the internet and because of the technology boom when the internet came out and really e-commerce started with websites and being able to buy online, and all of that became possible. So there are different ways that you can invest in the Magnificent Seven. You can, of course, buy each stock individually, which would be quite expensive, or you can invest in an ETF called Mega Cap Growth. MGK is the symbol, and that's one of my favorites as a way to play the AI boom and take advantage of these large mega cap growth stocks. And in the ETF MGK, you have 88 of the largest stocks in the S&P 500. So just remember, these companies have already increased quite a lot, and there's no guarantee that it will continue. We should see some widening in market performance with the S&P 500. In fact, it's said to be a little bit dangerous when only a handful of companies are leading the S&P. Remember, these companies have rich valuations. On average, a forward price-to-earnings ratio of about 30 times. That's about double what you want to see in the market. That just means that they're not a bargain, that they are on the pricier side, very expensive, and you could be overpaying for them, so be aware of that. And while some people think we might be going into a recession next year, one person said they think the Magnificent Seven are the highest quality names out there, and frankly, if we do go into a recession, they actually think the Magnificent Seven will hold up better. That's according to King Lip, Chief Strategist at Baker Avenue Wealth Management. So now you know what the Magnificent Seven are and how they got named that way. This AI strategy has a way to go, and I think is going to be a boom for many years to come. But that doesn't mean that these companies are necessarily going to continue to be the winners. However, they do look like the ones that can put AI to use, make the high investment necessary, and reap the rewards. And we'll be watching them for years to come. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button, and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available. And all of my podcasts are on my website at lindapjones.com/podcasts. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly newsletter for more wealth tips. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.